Dear Maya, one awakens with the sun, one awakens with the moon. Candles shall be lightened, and melodies shall come soon. The rituals of today, in transcended time, transfigured spaces that I once called mine. While the roses spring outside my window, I observe the flow of marbled creatures who once had the nerve to dare a nurturing mother, unaware of her despair. I talk to the lonely star and to the roots I have planted and watered with my salty tears. I wander through mirrors and crystals in a dance of embraced fears. My feet, touching a foreign soul, humbling to the incessant beat, forget that they had forgotten of our planted seed. So this is a poem I wrote a while ago, and I will explain why I recited it in a bit. So yeah, my project is about love. However, at this moment, it has changed quite a bit. But for the activities that we're going to do today, it's very relevant still. So, yeah. So my current proposal is, how can I reclaim stereotypical love aesthetics and rituals, such as, which are not often considered to be high culture or high art, as to invite people to question abusive systems, especially the intersection between patriarchy, capitalism, and colonialism in a safe environment. Why? So we have learned to simulate abusive dynamics, often in the name of love, and a lot of times oppression is assimilated in the name of culture the same way love is assimilated in the name of, abuse is assimilated in the name of love. So this is not something new. However, I believe it is about time to interrogate and disrupt such power dynamics. And I believe like creative expression, especially performance art, has proven to be incredibly useful to cause disruption and arise these ideas. So, audience, well, the reason why I sort of started this project was because I started reflecting on my own personal life and realized how that intersected with the wider ideas and concepts of colonialism and gender in my context, which is Cuba, Latin America. So I sort of started with the idea of channeling this project for those people who identify as hybrid, who feel as they belong everywhere yet nowhere, and who find themselves lost in intersections. And I also sort of targeted the Gen Z because I'm part of it, and we are often criticized for supposedly being oversensitive. And what does that really mean? What does that really say about previous generations who claim this? So, yeah, but that's still on the making. So yeah, activity time. A few weeks ago, I was just interested about people's thoughts. I feel we all have been interested about how other people think, or especially there is something quite intimate about reading someone else's letter, even if it's someone that we don't even know. But it's quite an intriguing process. So I decided to ask people to write a love letter. This was the original activity. However, I've changed it a bit now. So I will ask you to, if you feel like it, you can. I've brought envelopes and paper. So if any of you wants to write a letter, they can do it right now. However, if you feel like you need more time or want to do it privately, I have a link on my Instagram, which is this one, Madame Lala, where you can submit your letter. And what we do with those letters, well, what I do with those letters, is that I will do a performance piece next Tuesday, and the letters will be exchanged anonymously. So feel free to reflect and express whatever you want to express. So write a love letter. Think of yourself as a multi-layered individual. Reflect on those layers. For instance, class, race, culture, and gender. How do they intersect? Then write a letter. Write it to your enemy, to a family member, to your culture, to a state of mind, to something or someone you love yet you're critical about. Anyone or anything, and any writing style is valid. So yes, you can write it now if you feel like it. I can pass some envelopes and papers. And I think as well, like I've received a lot of letters, and I was quite shocked to realize that, for example, I've had people who've written love letters to their culture, to being alive, to capitalism even. So I think it's a really interesting concept, and you don't even have to write something long if you don't feel like it. So yeah. Yeah, so once you finish, you can just give me the letters, and the performance will take place on Tuesday. I will give more information as well on my Instagram, because we need to make sure of the space and small like details. So yeah. Do you have envelope? Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, I don't know. These are some examples of letters that I've gotten in the first round. So, yes, I mean, this one's a really long one, but it's really good. I think I'll probably make some public so everyone can have access to them once the performance it's done. So yeah, this one's really good. These ones are quite short as well. These are sort of self-reflective. Yeah, I can just like, dear Earth, dear culture. Yes, oh, this is it. So, yeah.
So we'll just give another 5 minutes for your letter writing. Yes, and then we'll open the floor for any questions. I think I have just a clarification question. When and where are you performing? So you said on Tuesday.
Morning time. It's on Tuesday, and it's probably going to be morning time, but we need to make sure of the timing and specific space, because it's probably going to be outside CSM at the grass fields, yes, next to the Granary Square. But we need to, because I need someone else to confirm. So yeah, I will give all the details on Instagram if you follow me, and I'll probably put some posters around. So yeah.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Any questions? Anyone? What did you think of this exercise? You'll pass on the mic.
Hi. I just wanted to ask that, was there any personal experience that evoked you into this? To create such a personal space for everyone to share?
Okay, so, I mean, it's a long story, and it's quite personal, but I'm very happy to talk about it. I'm Cuban, and I got into this sort of very abusive relationship with another person from like Latin America, and I started after that finished and started going to therapy. I actually started reflecting, like, is this because I felt very guilty, right? Like, whenever these things happen, I feel like you feel a lot of shame and guilt. So I started reflecting, like, this is actually not really my fault. I mean, of course, it's like my individual problem, but I started reflecting on the systems and bigger ideas and concepts that sort of led me to this circumstance and that perpetuate situations like this, especially in Latin American culture. Because, for example, I think there's a lot of problems with the macho idea, which I don't, the English translation, I don't know exactly what it is, but it's more like anti-misogynist, very like anti-feminist, very misogynist idea of manhood, like toxic masculinity, basically. And there's a lot of problems with, machismo, which is anti-feminism. And yeah, so it got me reflecting a lot on that. And as well, there's an artist that I love that is called Ana Mendieta. And she died under very strange circumstances, let's just say that, because her husband was sort of accused of her death, but since he was very famous and an artist, this was sort of archived. And there's still now like this movement that is called like Justice for Ana Mendieta, who like kind of wants to like investigate her actual like the situation. So I also sort of related a lot with her because she's also Cuban, but she lived in the U.S. and I grew up in Spain, and like her art reflects a lot on like colonialism and exploitation, and how, for example, well, the Caribbean has been was sort of the birth of modern economy or modern systems of exploitation. So, and she reflects a lot on that. Well, it's quite complex. I could talk about this for hours. So, yeah.
Got the gist of it.
Going through this, I know you probably know going through this project, do you think it has been helpful to you to get over your own
Yes, because I think it's been very helpful and very healing. Because when I came here, I was not expecting to like get into that, but I feel like first of all to observe it from another perspective, to get more insight, to analyze it and sort of face it, has helped me a lot, and I really would like for other people to experience that. So, yeah. Yes. And as well, like, it doesn't have to be to a person. It can be to a feeling, to a community, a culture, an idea. So yeah, feel free.